Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Advice with Prince. Today, I have a very, very special guest. He's an actor, producer, director, and a close personal friend of mine. Welcome, Henri Franklin. What up, bro? What's up?
What's going on, man? What's up? What's up, world? What's up, world? We here. We doing it. We talking. We laughing. We having fun. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Exactly. How you been, bro? How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I actually been staying pretty busy during this whole COVID, man. I have like this daily schedule I try to jump on and keep pretty consistent. Trying to work out every day. I love the fact that it started to warm up because I was able to get outside and start running, to 22 and 5 miles a day, and then lifting weights and all of that type of stuff, trying to stay active. And then on top of that, I've been doing a lot of reading and writing. I'm reading like 2 different books right now, writing scripts and constantly on lives and stuff in the evening times with casting directors and talent agents, just trying to see how the industry is moving and what is the game plan for when this COVID thing lets up. So I'm staying busy, dude. I'm sleeping a lot more too, which I'm digging. I dig that. I like that.
This man, he works, okay? I've known him for a very, very long time, and he is the hardest man to get in contact with because he's always flying to LA and Atlanta and New York. He's busy. So let's get into it. How did you start? Like, how did all this start for you?
Yeah. Acting. I'm from Detroit. I went to Cass Tech, and while I was at Cass.
Wait, you went to Cass?
Yeah, I went to Cass.
I got 2 girls there right now. They're going to Cass right now.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of us.
Yeah.
Family went to Cass, man. Yeah, my oldest son goes there now. It's a lot, a whole bunch. 2
Wait, he in high school?
Yeah, dude, in 9th grade.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He's about to be 10th grade in a couple months, but
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going to Cass Tech, and my mother always wanted me to get into the PA guild at Cass Tech, but I never got into it. Like acting was never my thing, and it was never something that I felt like I could do, mm-hmm. or that I was even interested in. But little did I know, I was always going through the hallways and singing and being silly and acting a fool. Not so much where it gets you kicked out, but just enough to where it was like, oh, yeah, But so she always wanted me to do it, and I never wanted to do it because I was a football player. I was playing football, and I really loved the game, and that's what I was focused on at the time. Mm-hmm. And then I got hurt a couple years in a row, and I kind of went in a different direction. But I was in college. I remember I was in college, and while I was in college at Wayne State, I was working at Gordon Foods in Southfield, the grocery store.
Okay.
But I was still being silly and singing and messing with people and all of that stuff in the store with the customers. Like, that was, I got a kick out of it, and they got a kick out of it. They really enjoyed it. So what happened was I had 3 different customers ask me the exact same question. So 3 different customers said, hey, when am I going to see you in a play? So listen, the first person who asked you that is like, okay, that's, my mama always say that. All right. The second person is like, did my mama send y'all in here to say this to me? But that third person, bro, I felt like God himself was like, hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you something. And I can't lie. After the third person told me, just like you and I talking, you asked me a question, I don't even respond to your question. I legit looked up in the grocery store. I looked up, I was like, all right, I hear you, I'll try it. They was like, what? I was like, I don't know. I'll let you know when I'm gonna be in the play. But like right after they asked me that, I felt like, okay, I gotta try it. You know, that third person was confirmation for me. So I knew nothing about acting. I went to the theater department at Wayne State, found out when their general auditions were. This was in 2002. I went and found a monologue. I think it might have been like from Fences or something. Memorized something. I went up on stage. I had no idea what I was doing. I went up, did this monologue, and I got cast for a show. So that was in 2002. After that, I hopped into acting classes at Wayne. Start moving through the program, start getting cast in multiple shows per semester. By the time I finished Wayne's program, I finished the theater program in 3 years. And I did like 14 shows in those 3 years.
14?
Yeah, so they were all different roles. They were all different characters. You know, I didn't really get typecast. Which was good. Yeah, it was really good, and it really helped with my growth and learning to tap into different characters and be different people when you are performing. You know, I really get a kick out of that. I had a stint. I did this one Shakespeare play, man, and my costume was a leather vest, leather pants, leather boots, and a chain. And baby oil. Like that was my whole costume.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that one. So after that, I kind of got this reputation a little bit for like kind of doing sexy stuff. So it didn't they, you know, I remember being in a meeting. And I remember talking with the staff, because what happens is the professors direct the shows.
Yeah.
So what happened? I remember being in the meeting going, "Hey guys, I appreciate you casting me for all these sexy roles, but you know I can do other stuff too, y'all. Like, come on." And so it was cool, man. It was a really good time. It was fun. It was interesting. And then from there, man, I've been really, really blessed professionally. You know what I'm saying? It's been some doors have been open for me, man, and I know for a fact that it had to be God, dude, because it's some of the stuff and how it happened was just like miraculous, dude. It really, really was. You know, first TV show I ever did was Days of Our Lives on NBC. Yeah, that was the first television show I had ever done. And I got on it by going to a cattle call at the MGM Grand Casino in downtown Detroit. And this cattle call, I never went to the cattle calls. It was like, for anybody who's ever been to a cattle call, it's a whole bunch of people show up with all different types of experience, and the chances of you being selected out of that cattle call is like really slim. But guess what? I had 3 different people ask me, was I going to that specific cattle call? I was like, okay, I hear you again. I'll go. I'll try it. So I went, man, and out of 2,000 people that auditioned, myself and another guy won the cattle call, and we got on Days of Our Lives.
No, that's something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was an experience for sure, definitely.
So Wayne State kind of got you going, like that kind of help you prepare and like shape the career for you, shape your career path, kind of, right?
Yeah. Wayne State taught me a lot about how to act. It taught me a lot about how to act. A lot of what you learn is picked up from you actually doing. You know what I'm saying? From you doing. You'll gain the knowledge from reading a book, or from talking to a mentor, or from watching a YouTube video or some type of video, watching a master class. You'll gain the knowledge of how to from there, but you gain the experience from actually doing. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of stuff I learned in class that was like, okay, that's cool. But you really sharpen your tool from actually doing. So being able to be in 14 different plays. That really helped me see the process and how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And how to do theater. Also, another great thing about what happened at Wayne in terms of the theater program was they make you take classes that have you do different things in the theater process. So I had like a stagecraft class. You know what I'm saying? And from the stagecraft class, we had to build the sets. We had to help build stuff. So I learned to gain some knowledge on how to build some sets. And I think one of the dopest things I learned was how to make a regular plain canvas look like wood grain. Like that was really dope. It was really sweet, you know, how you could take this plain thing and then you paint it whatever color wood stain you want it to be, right? And then you take black paint and you do this splatter technique. So you smack the paintbrush up against your wrist to make paint splatters, and then you take another dry brush and just lightly drag it across those paint splatters, and it looked like wood grain. It was like, it was sweet. And I should have known then. I didn't really pay attention until later, but I should have known then that everything in Hollywood was fake. Like that should have been my like, hey, yo, stuff. I didn't know. Yeah, I know now though, bro. Definitely.
Everything, no walls. Like if you go to Paramount, or no, really, Warner Brothers. You go to Warner Brothers, and you try to open the door, and it's nothing but a little wall right there when you open the door. It's cut to it.
Yeah. It's all about entertainment. Is all about painting this illusion for people. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, you know me. I'm cool. I'm a pretty genuine person, man. I'm real silly. I like to have fun. You know, but when it's time to be professional, I can be very professional. But at the same time, I'm an idiot, like legit. Like I'm a fool. But because of my work and people who know me from my work, a lot of people think I'm really serious. Because I have a lot of dramatic stuff in terms of my TV stuff, but if you've ever seen me in plays, I play all different types of characters in plays, you know?
Yeah, he loved to have fun and play around and dance.
Yeah. It's so entertainment is this big, you're storytelling, but it's this big illusion that you're painting for people simply to get them to escape whatever it is they are currently in or currently going through. You know what I'm saying? What we do as entertainers, we provide this healthy escape for people. You know, people escape in different ways, you know, whether it be through you know, drugs, alcohol, anything. You know, people have a lot of vices to help them escape, but entertainment, it helps them to escape, but at the same time, it teaches and it informs. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you go to something to escape in terms of entertainment, you end up seeing yourself in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, ooh, I came to escape this, but it's throwing it right in my face, and I don't like how it ended for that person. So, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do something different.
That's a good point. Cause you know, like you said, like whenever I'm writing and like we do a table read, a lot of actors be like, wait, you got cameras somewhere hidden? Or no, I'm just like, you know, actors, we get cast in roles, and a lot of times the role is basically us, but just as a different person. But I think casting directors and director period have a very, very special gift in like reading something and then finding those people to play the characters.
Yeah.
You know, I know you've been on a whole lot of TV shows, and sometimes they'll give it like the bad guy. in some way. But like some plays that I've seen you in, it just you're the funny guy. You're the wingman per
Yeah.
se. And so
Yeah.
I think every character is just a part of you, a different part of you. That's why actors
Yeah.
love to play different roles. Um, and like with me, I'm more comedic, but I but I don't mind having to be a little dramatic. Cause
Yeah.
I think it's helpful. People always say the actors love attention, and yes, I do think that's true. But also, I think it's kind of like going to therapy for us. Like,
Mm.
it's the character becomes like, okay, well, he's going to do this, and I'm going to do that. What can I learn from him that I can
Yeah.
apply in my own personal life?
Yeah.
So it's weird when you go back on from set or the studio, wherever you're working at, and
Mm-hmm.
you're like, wow, that's me. Like that, I just got done, and like hopefully you feel better, or you have some kind of epiphany about what you should do next in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's real. That's real. I think uh I tell I teach classes and I teach one-on-ones, do workshops and all of those things. But one of the things I love to teach um, is that acting is using your childhood imagination, man, and getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When we were kids, before video games were really, really popping, and before we got engulfed in what was happening on TV and stuff, when we were kids and we were playing around, man, you were playing outside and you were using your imagination. You
Mhm.
really saw those things. Like you really believed it, dude. If you went outside and you played Ninja Turtles and you was like, I'm Donatello, like you really believed you were Donatello, dude. You had your broomstick, you was flipping it around, you probably hit your siblings with it by accident or on
Uh-huh.
purpose, but you really believed you were Donatello. And acting is very similar to that, man. It's you are I love one of the things I love about it is transforming into somebody else to tell somebody else's story. But even when you do that, just like you just said, there's still a part of you that is in that delivery. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So as a writer could give me a script, um and myself and three other people could be given these same exact words. But if all of us are open and all of us are playing and all of us are using our imagination, you're going to get the same words, but possibly three different fields. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So it's it's sweet to me, and it's dope to me to get engulfed into those characters, because when I act, I promise you, dude, it feels real to me. It doesn't feel like I'm up there acting. It doesn't feel like I'm up there pretending. It feels real to me. And I'm really actively listening. That's where a lot of actors mess up. They know the words that are coming next because they know the script. They have the script memorized. But the character that you're playing has no idea what's coming next. Yeah, you have rehearsed this for weeks. So you know what it is as you as the person, but the character in that position and in that situation, it's happening to them for the first time. So
Mhm.
it has to look like that. It needs to look like, yo, your best friend, just stole your girl. Really, you got to discover that right there. You can't just jump into the emotion. Like we gotta see it land on you. Listen, resonate, respond. Listen, resonate, respond. Listen, you got to hear the information, take it in, resonate. How is this affecting you? What do you feel about that? How are you emotionally reacting to this? Then you respond. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of actors miss that part. But that's how you can tell the difference between good acting and bad acting. And you don't have to be in the entertainment industry to know bad acting when you see it. Like you can see it and be like, ooh, this is kind of cringe. You know what I'm saying?
Live theater is not forgiving. It's not.
Oh no, yeah.
And because look, the audience can turn on you like that, okay?
Yes, yeah.
Cause I've been to shows. I'm not gonna say the show, but
Yeah, don't please. I want nobody coming after us, man.
But it was one show, and we'll talk later about this. But it was one show I went to, and had all these like celebrities in it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It was scary. You know, it was a lot of. I knew people in that show. You know what? I had to like go out a different exit because I didn't want to talk to nobody. Like,
yeah.
I told me and the person that I was with, like, okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I called Dan, like, Dan, pull the car around. Like, nah.
Yeah, meet at the back, right?
I'm not trying to talk to nobody. I'm trying to go home. And like, it's so sad. Like, I know people really want to act, but like, can you just share how important it is to study? And like, I'm not saying you even have to go to school, but like, there's a whole lot of ways to do that. Can you like talk about that?
Studying is very important. I think studying and implementation go hand in hand. They're both equally important. Because you are born with a talent. You are born with the talent. It's already in you. You get skilled from training it and from using it repetitively and successful with results. Okay. It's some people that are just born with this look or this personality, and it's like, yo, hey man, you should be an actor. I can see you being an actor. Like, you'll be a great actor, right? And then you pick it up and you start doing it. But there are a lot of technical things that are tied to any profession.
Yeah.
The reason so many people feel like they can do something that a professional is doing is because the professional makes it look easy.
Yeah.
The professional makes it look effortless, but what you didn't see is how much that professional practiced in order to develop a skill that made their talent look effortless. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget, man. I would watch Red Wings games on television. Every now and then I watch a Red Wings game and I'll be like, man, this junk, this look kind of it didn't really appeal to me, right?
Yeah.
And then I went ice skating for the first time. And I was like, yo, these boys, these men are extremely skilled at what they're doing. I was just trying to stay up on them boys. They full sprinting, full stop, going in the opposite direction, knocking somebody's head off, fighting on skates. Like, it's no way I'm about to get in a fight on skates, bro. It's just not about to happen, fam. It's a loss. That's an L. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? But these guys do it and make it look effortless, man. And that's what I would say to actors, man. It's wherever you're gonna get your training from. It needs to be multiple places. It doesn't need to be just one source. You don't need to just go to just one source and be like, all right, bet I got all the knowledge. I read in a book one time, a book about acting, and the guy in the book said, you really don't start to know how to act until about 20 years in. And I was like, at the time I read it, I was probably like 4 or 5 years in. And I was like, man, that's some bull. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. I was like, no, I don't believe that. I'm acting right now, dude. No. Man, I am in 18. This is 18 years for me. This will be 18 years for me in the fall. I'm going to tell you, year 18 me will wipe the floor with year 4 me.
So okay, so going back 18 years, if you could talk to yourself, what would you tell to Henri? Like Henri today.
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Do not quit. You got into it for a reason. You fell in love with it for a reason. Don't quit. Any relationship where you love somebody, you are going to go through some hardships. You're going to go through some times where it's like, ooh, I think I'm done with this. Mm-hmm. And your acting career is no different. There are going to be some times where you are on the hill and when you're in the valley. There's going to be peaks and valleys on this journey because just like everything in life, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, good or bad. Nothing lasts forever, right? So if you, let's say you are extremely blessed to jump on something fresh out the gate. You're a brand new actor and you get placed on this TV show that's just hot. That's like just dumb hot. Let's say you land a main character in something that's just flaming, right? Mm-hmm. So now you are known, you've blown up, people know you as this character, right? This was your first show you were on. That show gets canceled. But let's say you were on it for like 4 or 5 seasons. So you made really good money. You made really good money. If you are a regular or have a recurring role on something for a while, you're going to eat on TV for sure. You're going to eat legit. And then you're going to get residuals every time it come on. So you double eat always. But there are times when you haven't done anything or the industry dries up or there are no roles available for your physical type. And in those moments, you will hit the valleys. So in the times when you're in the valleys, remember your successes and remember the peaks. And remember that if you got there once, you have to believe and have the faith that you can get there again. You know what I'm saying? Another great thing is stay hungry and don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Very, very important.
Don't compare yourself. Don't compare your journey to anybody else's. There is no book on exactly how to be an entertainer front to back. There's no book that just says, if you follow these steps, you will become dumb famous. You will be Jay-Z. There's no book on that. You know what I'm saying? How it happens for you is going to be completely unique to you and for you. So, you have to walk this thing out day by day, but you have to go out and you have to try things and you have to put some effort into doing it because legit, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Mm-hmm. So if you never take the shot, you never made nothing. You didn't make anything. But even if you make 50% of the shots that you shoot, you still made 50%. When you didn't shoot anything, you didn't make anything. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take some risks. You have to step out there. And being an actor, man, it can be being an entertainer, period. It can be very scary because you have to be very vulnerable with yourself and with your life. Everybody not built for that. Everybody is not good at that.
Yeah.
So I would say, again, don't quit. Don't compare yourself. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable and be okay with showing your vulnerability. Especially as a black man. because we are typecast to be so hard and so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And you know, growing up in Detroit, you definitely get that edge. You get that side for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I had a director one time, Jennifer George, man. She told me, I was doing a monologue in her show. She was like, it's really, really good. She was like, but what if we see the vulnerable side of it? She was like, the anger is beautiful and it's powerful. But she's like, what happens if we see the vulnerability? What happens if we see how you really emotionally affected by this and how you would react at home if nobody was watching you going through this? And I did that on stage, crying like a mug. And literally, I could hear the whole auditorium like sniffing. I was like, whoa. So as it tapped into a whole different power that I didn't know I had, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that vulnerability, especially as men and really, really as Black men being vulnerable, that's a major key too.
Passion, romance, sex, sin, pain, and death. Love unexpected. When you think you know your partner, think again.